It's Monday, and that means you get to see things. I guess. I don't know. Just fucking whatever. Welcome to Bullman Built RC if you've never been here before, and welcome back if you have. Today is a Mailbox Monday. If you don't know, that is where I open all the mail that I've gotten over the last week or so, and I show you as well as see it myself. Some of these things that I got in packages I've never seen before, so if they're messed up, we get to see them together. Let's go. First up, we have some envelopes. They're just Amazon things, so we'll just rip them apart here. What do we have? We have, Tamiya! I got some Tamiya TG10 wheel axles. This is for my RC Everyday shop truck build. You've got to basically piece together the whole front end of a some sort of touring car, whichever. I picked a TL01, which is, I believe, what some of these parts are. One of them's wrong. I know that much because I'm stupid, but I don't know what this is either. There we go. This is the one that's wrong. So this, if you get on eBay and you search TL01 lower front suspension, it will also show you lower rear suspension. And I was just ready to buy something, like figured I found these in black and I was like, oh, that's cool. But I ordered aluminum rear lower suspension arms. So I got some rear lower suspension arms. I don't think you can use those on the front. I could be wrong. I'm going to try. But I know that I got that. Next! Whoa, that's... Okay. Okay, I don't... Not sure what this is. Oh! I know what these are. Well, I don't know what this is, though. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, so... I got some aluminum body mounts. I've found some that I kind of liked, but I wasn't really sure if I liked them. And then I found these, and I actually like these a lot. I don't know if someone makes these and these are knockoffs, or if these are just China brand, you know, like whatever. But they are just 4 body mounts. They kind of go into the shock tower somewhere and then straight up and do body mounts and such. I need these for my Class 0 build. I put a brazen carbon fiber chassis on it, and the front body mounts now from the stock to the new are nowhere even remotely close. So I got those, and then I got this, which I believe I know what this is. Ah ha ha, yes. This is this actually looks really cool. Whoa, that's backwards. That's sick. Alright, so this is actually a level that I got off the Amazon. It goes vertical and horizontal and everything. It's in centimeters and 16ths of inches and stuff. Accuracy of 1 millimeter per meter. So that's, I don't know, like 1,000. I don't remember. Anyway, all I needed was another little guy. It would be cool if this was magnetic, so I may just slap a magnet on the back and glue it or something, but I needed this for building cages because the only level I have is this big or a 4-footer. So I needed one of these, and I actually really honestly needed a couple of them, but wanted to make sure that they were okay first. Like, didn't want to order, because they're kind of expensive. I think this was like 11 bucks or something, maybe 13, whatever. So I didn't want to buy too many of them without knowing that they were good, but I like this thing a lot. It'll be impossible to find once I put it down because it's clear, even though it glows in yellow, but that's okay. Next, I have a couple cables actually from DR Custom Wiring. Mr. Chief runs with scissors. If you know, you know. If not, you need to join us on Monday nights, YouTube live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You will get to interact with all of us, and Chief runs with scissors. This is from my buddy Dustin. He makes custom wires and cables and stuff. These things are super rad, so I will open it and I'll show you exactly what it is. So what these do is these plug into your charger here. You know, got this, and then he actually wraps them with whatever. He has a couple different colors. I get black and blue. I think he has purple, green, red, orange. Roy G. Biv. He's got all the Roy G. Bivs, I'm pretty sure. And he wraps those, and then he ties them all together here. What I like about that is this is also wrapped. So now the only part that kind of flails about is this with just enough room to separate it, and then this with just enough room to separate it. You're not dealing with these things being way out here, which literally on a cable this long, they could come, 2 feet apart or whatever. So this one actually I had made. This is a XT30, XT60, and an XT90. That way it will go from, 2 to 6S. You can charge anything with these 2 cables. I can get rid of tons of crap over here because I have so many cables of just, this one's an XT30, this one's a 60, this one's a 90, this other one's a 90, but it's got an adapter on it, like, all that stuff's gone. I got 2 of them. Now that I'm seeing them, I'll probably get 2 more. And I will probably get rid of the rest of my cables, other than I need one for a Dean's plug, I think. I need something. I need one for the, whatever. I need one for the battery, the life battery in my remotes. If you haven't seen that, you can join my group on Facebook, Bullman Built RC group. Doug wrote up like a little article thing. It's pinned to the top. If you have a Spectrum Rugged or really any radio that you can fit a different battery in once you take the battery like tray out for the double A's or whatever, he kind of shows you how to tie those 2 in. Then you get like a 2200 milliamp battery that's either life or lipo, whatever. We use the life packs because that's what we can fit in there. Then you have the little JSTs, I think. And then you do a male, female, boop, and then it plugs in. It's 6.6 volts, which is just barely more than usually what 4 AA's are. So I got those. If you do need custom cables or anything like that, charge boxes, discharge boxes, he makes all sorts of stuff. Go check out DR Custom Wiring on Facebook. Tell him I sent you. Next! Some of these I just got to get. Some of them were actually pretty cool. This one I know looks kind of old lady, but I'm thinking if I cover the seats with it in the right truck, it'll look okay. I got it because it was cool. All these fabrics were like 40% off, and they're only like $3 a yard or something like that to begin with. So they're literally like $1.50 for a square yard. These things are like monstrous. So I got this blue with the gold and the flowers and jazz. I think it just looks cool. Then I picked up this gray. I like this a lot as well. I think this paisley kind of stuff in a smaller seat or maybe pair of seats, whatever, will actually look really cool. Plus it's kind of a cool design because I'm seeing a lot of trucks, especially now, that are having those retro interiors. And I don't know if you've ever owned a 70s car. If you have, I had a Cadillac that had basically this whole material in like butterscotch and butthole brown was the whole interior, and it was also butterscotch yellow. It was pretty rad. I don't have any pictures of it because that was before digital cameras. Anywho, then I got this. I have a possible idea that this might be going in my stubby Suburban, which you guys haven't seen because I haven't gotten far enough to where it's even anything other than a little bit of body work. I think some of the subscribers have seen it a couple months ago. I haven't worked on it because I've been doing other things, but I'm thinking that this little part right here, right in the middle of a seat, or in a Suburban would be like 2 bench seats or, a couple buckets or whatever. Anyway, regardless, this bright ass green with this wild ass looking little thing is going to be super cool. Then I also bought this. I promise we're almost done. I believe this is going to go in my orange and waxberry, which is 2 colors. If you don't know, I do use the factory colors on all my Squarebodies. But I believe this is going to go in there. I'm going to put a bench seat in it, and then it'll have this looking pretty papaw, and I'm thoroughly excited about it. I think that's sick. And lastly, we have this guy. I believe this is going to go in my shop truck. I haven't really done anything on that because, once again, I'm still waiting on parts, and I'm not that far. But I think with the color combo I want to put in my shop truck, once again, this retro style interior on a bench seat or something is going to look super sick, and I can't wait to do it. So I got that. Next, while I was at Hobby Lobby, I picked up some Mr. Hobby white putty. For whatever reason, they have different logos on them. I'm not 100% sure if this is the same thing now. I don't read Japanese, I would assume. But this one is P118YH. This one is Mr. A whole bunch of letters. I don't know what they mean. 25 grams. They're both the same. I've seen people on Facebook using this, and they're like, oh, I just smear it on with my fingers. And then I read it, and it says, extremely flammable and harmful if inhaled. Keep out of reach of children. Keep away from ignition sources. Secure ventilation. Wear protective gloves, eye and face protection, and long-sleeve clothes to avoid skin contact. So if you're using this with your hands, I'm thinking that's probably a bad idea. So you should probably stop doing that. But I got that. Next! I don't remember what this is. We'll find out together. Oh, I always get a wine voucher. If you want a main and you like wine, you get $100 for doing something. I don't know. Let's see. Ah! Awesome. I bought tires. These are Traxxas Response 1.9 Touring Front, and these are Traxxas Response 1.9 Touring Extra Wide Rears. These are what pretty much everybody are using for tires on the shop truck because they do have a nice sidewall as opposed to being so thin. We're still waiting on my wheels. They won't be here for another 2 weeks or something like that. They're coming from the land of the rising sun or somewhere. I don't remember. It's like this long on the Amazon app or something. I got some tires. So now I can almost build a rolling chassis, except I don't have wheels. And that's unfortunate. So I got that. Next! I got these. I have no idea how they're going to work. My personal opinion is these were super cheap. They're like $6 a piece with his like Amazon dealio, whatever. I do support only buying the US made, you know, like non-knockoff parts. My thought process here is though, we got these at like half price, which is probably still a 400% markup from what they pay little kids over in the you-know-where. But deluxe shafts are really nice, but they are a lot more expensive than this. My thought is I can cut this down 4 or 5 times and waste $6 as opposed to wasting $40 and then having to buy another one or another middle section, whatever I have to do. So I'm going to use this as a mock-up. Then I'll buy actual deluxe shafts, mostly because A, I want to support them. B, I don't trust some of this stuff, especially with these janky looking little pins that have like holes in them, and they usually suck. They strip out and they suck. So I got those. I have to use them on a couple different trucks. I'll get the length right, make sure everything's good, and then I will buy actual deluxe shafts, replace these, and use them on some other things to mock up. So that is that. Done! I appreciate you watching. If you are not already, follow me on Facebook groups, and Instagram, Bullman Built RC across the board. And check me out live on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time, where it's usually me and Jordan and Doug. Sometimes it's one or the other, depending on where we are. Sometimes we're here, sometimes we're in Jordan's basement. It is what it is. We go over some projects, we go over things in general, and we just sit there and shoot the breeze with you guys most of the time while we're doing something easy like changing tires or something. It's a great time. We have dessert time at 8:30. We see what you had for dinner, all that jazz. We just talk all night, and we have a lot of fun, and you should join us. So, that is all. With that being said, I will see you later. Bye!